Alright, in this video, boys and girls, we're going to learn how to find and fix errors on your web page. Alright, so I have an example web page open and there's some errors on it. Why don't you take a second and try to count all the things wrong here on this page. I'll give you 10 seconds. Alright, so how many did you get? I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things wrong. Alright, did you get 6 things also? Alright, well anyway, now I'm going to help you find the errors and fix them. When you're working in brackets, you'll notice if something is highlighted in red, like the title and the closing head tag, that means there's something wrong, usually right before it or with it. So if you look right before the title here, you're missing the the closing little greater than sign for the char set tag. All right. So that if we fix that, then the red goes away. But that was only one error. There's other errors here that you don't even know about. So let me put that error back, and I'm going to show you how to use an HTML validator tool to check and find your errors. So over here, on the right-hand side, this is an HTML validator, and with it you can check your code. So there is, let me max it out for you. So there's 3 different ways you can check. You can either find a web page. I mean, if you have your web page online, like not that. So let's say I had a web page online here, like this is my home page. So I could take the URL of that and paste it in and check that. And it'll tell me I have some errors on that page. Or you can check by uploading a file. So I could find a file here and let's see, probably have one over here somewhere. Here we go. Upload a file. Alright, so on this file has a couple errors. Or you can just paste your text into it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use the paste method. You can do the upload method, that's fine too. Alright. Alright, so here I'm going to take this entire page and copy it and paste it in here. And I'm going to hit check. Now there's six things wrong with this, but it will give us more errors. Right now there's 18 errors. That's because they'll if something's wrong, sometimes it'll generate more than one error. All right. Let's see here. So here's how you do it. You should start at the very top and work your way down, one at a time. The first one is not an error; it's a warning. Consider adding a lang attribute to the HTML start tag to declare the language of this document, which is a good thing to do. So I'm going to do it. Lang is English. Alright. And then watch. You can copy that and paste and hit check again. And that warning is now gone. Alright. Next. Start tag seen without seeing the doc type first. Expected doc type. So it expects this doc type. But we have a doc type, so what's wrong? Our doc type is not correct. So this is telling it, this error is saying we expect to see the doc type and we don't see it. So that means there's something wrong with the doc type. And sure enough, it's missing the exclamation point. There's the exclamation point. Alright. And let me copy that. paste, check again. Now that error's gone. See, we got 14 left. Now it says, saw a less than sign when expecting an attribute name, probable cause, missing greater than side a meeting before. So here, it points to the title. So right here. So if you look, yeah, that was that one error. So here's what it's saying. It saw this when expecting an attribute name. So like, alright, so here's what it sees. It sees this. So it's expecting to see an attribute, but it doesn't see an attribute. It sees the title. So we just have to close the meta tag. We don't add an attribute, but this will close the meta tag. And let's copy that and paste, check. Alright, so that brings us down to 7 errors. So that one thing screwed up, had a lot of errors. Alright, good. Next, let's see. And it even tells you what line numbers. From line 10, so that's here. Heading cannot be child of another heading. Alright, so what does that mean? Let's see here. And then the next error, self-closing syntax / used on a non-void HTML element. Ignoring the slash and treating it as a start tag. Alright, so like these error like descriptions are kind of like weird, so I don't expect you guys to really understand them. But they're going to tell you like where they're at. So line 10, and you might not understand heading cannot be a child of another heading. So there's an error on line 10. So if you look at this real close, you'll notice this slash is in the wrong spot. Alright? And what it means is, so move the slash to the right spot, and then we copy, paste, check. Now we're down to 2 errors. Here, line 12, duplicate ID, my ID. So here's line 12, this ID. Alright, so the problem with this is, no two things can have the same ID. Alright, it's an error. So we'll change this. Now this one is my ID too. Now they're different. Alright, so copy that, paste, check. And now there's no errors or warnings. You get this green little thing, beautiful. And that's not cool, because guess what? There's still something wrong. This doesn't find it. This cannot find everything. So do you guys know what's missing? How about the body tag never closes? Alright? Body tag and the HTML tag do not close. Okay, so even though they were missing some things, they didn't show up over here. So this can help you out, but it's not entirely perfect. You still have to, find things on your own too. Alright, anyway, that's how to use the HTML validator. Peace out.